chastity of a wanton bride.
Interesting metaphor, but yes, it is not too different in Ferelden.
And is it also true that when the moon swells to fullness, the mages of the circle gather at the top floor of their tower and, naked under the stars, make love to each other?
What? No! Maker's breath.
Oh, I found out recently that it was not true in Antiva, and hoped that it would be in Ferelden. Alas.
I'll get on it.
Many enter this forest and are never seen again. Let's hope we don't join them.
Ready.
I shall do so.
As you like.
If it comes to this.
Shall we compete?
Ready.
As you wish. Breaking a sweat off! Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
The Watchwolves have spoken truly, my brothers and sisters. Another of the Dalish come to put us in our place. Come to make us pay for our attack. It makes no difference to us. One elf is as good as another, especially when they are dead. You speak to Swift Runner. I lead my cursed brothers and sisters. Turn back now. Go back to the Dalish and tell them that you have failed. Tell them we will gladly watch them suffer the same curse we have suffered for too long. We will watch them pay. We are. I regret only that we did not inflict every single one of them with the curse that night. Very well. I will not risk throwing my people at you like unthinking brutes. Come, brothers and sisters, let us retreat. The forest has eyes of its own, and it will deal with intruders as it always has.
I'll get on it.
Yes?
Now is better than later. Go down!
I shall do so.
All right. I'll get on it.
Not a... Orders.
There is much to do.
All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so. I know little enough of the Dalish other than the fact that my mother was one, or so I was told. She had fallen in love with an elven woodcutter and accompanied him back to the city, leaving her clan behind for good. And there, of course, the woodcutter died of some filthy disease, and my mother was forced into prostitution to pay off his debts. Oldest tale in the book. How should I know? My mother was a whore, as you'll recall. None of the other elven boys in the whorehouse knew their fathers. I was not so unusual. I didn't know my mother either, of course. She died giving birth to me. My first victim, as it were. We were all raised communally by the whores. It was a happy enough existence, ignoring the occasional beating, until eventually I was sold to the crows. I brought a good price, so I hear. It could have been much worse. Shall I tell you about what happened to the other whorehouse boys who did not fetch a decent price with the crows? Surely your life has not been so idyllic. People like you and I are not the product of happy lives of contentment, after all. My original point is that my mother's Dalish nature was always a point of fascination for me. Through all the years of my crow training, the one thing of my mother's that I possessed was a pair of gloves. They were of Dalish make, I knew that much, and beautiful. I had to keep them hidden, of course, as we were not allowed such things. Eventually, they were discovered, and I never saw them again. Not at all. I think of myself as Antivan. Still, that did not stop me from running off to join a clan when I drew near Antiva City once. Naturally, the reality did not live up at all to the fantasies I had constructed as a boy, staring at those gloves. But such is life. Come, enough talk of the Dalish. Let us move on.
As you say.
This was a wicked... On it.
Yes.
Comes to this.
You have no skill, only desperation. What is your command? Now is better than later. I'll get on it.
Who comes? We were sent to find Witherfang. Bring his heart. Attacked.
And Darren Atishan, Grey Warden. Our scouts saw you approaching and tell me you carry the body of one of our hunters with you. Ah, Dagon. He is wounded, but I think he will live. Ma Siranas, your help is appreciated. Come, Lethaline, let us take Dagon to the Keeper, and quickly. If we are lucky, we may still save him.
Just call me the Reaper. Excellent!
This really gets the blood pumping.
Ready? No?
As
Won't
you
know
like.
what to do.
I am ready.
Let's see some blood!
Not so fast.
Breaking a sweat already? Got it.
Close.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Where to?
Annoying! Run while you still can! Now's better than later. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Direct me.
It is done. As you wish.
Go on. I still remember my first battle. I love this
That
game.
should not have taken as long as it did.
I am not quite as nimble as I was.
Can I get you a ladder? So you can get off my back? I'll get on. I'll get on. I'm sorry, am I too quick for you? Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? This'll be fun! Ooh, now the fun part! How about you? Is it time to kill something?
We must fight.
Someone's going to fall. And it sure won't be me.
I shall do so.
It's a good day to die. Slay them all. I'll get up. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Got it.
Performed as I expected.
All right, all right.
This is strange. The werewolves would not use such a camp, would they? Whoever this belongs to must be nearby.
You'd like?
As you like.
The elven hunters didn't make this camp. Yet I don't feel very bloody concerned about that. I just want a nap, of all things. Go figure.
There is something odd here. The way the fire draws the eye.
Now's better than later. Now's better than later. Someone's going to fall, and it sure won't be me! All right, all right. All right. Excellent!
That hurt.
How long has that spirit lingered there, and how many has it preyed upon? I shudder to think of it.
All right, all right.
Your wish?
Gloves? You're giving me gloves? What for? Maker's breath. You're right. It is like my mother's. The leather was less thick, and it had more embroidery, but these are very close, and quite handsome. Still, I appreciate the fact that you even thought of me. No one has simply given me a gift before. Thank you. What is your desire?
What manner of beast be thee that comes before this elder tree? A were, thou sayest? How can this be? I sense no curse inside of thee. Could it be, instead, a lie? There is no need. Why even try? It is true thou seest it clear. There are beasts and thieves aplenty here. Allow me a moment to welcome thee. I am called the Grand Oak, sometimes the Elder Tree.
The world is certainly full of marvelous, unexpected creations. Each day we see something that we never thought possible.
And unless thou think'st it far too soon, might I ask of thee a boon? I am an elder oak and nothing more. Though once I dreamt of a time before when I roamed the world and howled with pain, not of this world, but twixt and twain. Perhaps I was a spirit then, a wandering thing drawn to this glen. But then that spirit joined with a tree. Since then, a tree is all I be. There are many just as I, but mad they are, I shall not lie. A spirit trapped within a tree, no mouth to scream or eyes to see. A cage of bark, a prison wood, a thing of rage where nature stood. So twisted sylvan they become. But I am not the same as some. I accept my fated oaken home. I feel no need to rage and roam. I do not know. Why dost thou not? Thy words seem plain, a mundane lot. Perhaps a poet's soul's in me. Does that make me a poetry? It was but a simple jest, a jibe to entertain my guest. I can only speak to what a tree may see. It may not help you, but it is enough for me. In the center of the forest the wares do dwell, or so go the tales my fellows tell. But they cannot be followed there. The forest doth protect the wares. A great war, perhaps, I cannot tell. I was not here when it befell, but many deaths here, all the same. And with the deaths, the spirits came. The spirits entered corpse and tree, and most went mad, as thou canst see. The forest had a spirit of its own, from back when its first seeds were sown. Perhaps she died of grief that day, or perhaps she simply went away. Or perhaps the wares are the ones to blame, for the day she left is the day they came. That is but a human name, one placed upon this land their claim. A claim they stole from ancient elves, whom they first killed, and were killed themselves. It was the elves who planted the seeds, raised the forest, saw to its needs. But that was all so long ago. That they are dead is all I know. Shall we speak of other things, or wait for what the morning brings? I have but one desire, to solve a matter very dire. As I slept one early morn, a thief did come and steal an acorn. All I have is my being, my seed. Without it, I am alone indeed. I cannot go and seek it out, yet I shall die if left without. go to the east to find this man. I shall await. Do what thou can.
I hope I don't get blood all over me again. Be fun! I'll come at you!
Let's see some blood.
It is done.
It is we are ridiculously awesome.
So be it.
Run while you still can. Better than later.
Time for a little bloodletting, I see.
We must have victory.
Someone's going to fall, and it sure won't be me.
As you like.
Now's better than later.
I still remember my first battle. As you like.
Now we will.
It is done.
Shall we compete for points?
Got it.
Please. Help. Listen. I am not the mindless beast I appear to be. I was not always as you see. I have been cursed, turned into this creature. It burns in my blood. I fled into the forest. The werewolves, they took me in, but I had to return. I had to. You are an elf, but not one of the Dalish. I was until my change. Have you seen my clan? Yes, just a scant days ago. So, you know what happened to us? No, I cannot be healed, not even by magic. Please, you must listen. My name is Delilah. My husband, he is called Athras. Please, you must bring him a message.
There is death in her eyes. It will not be long now.
The staff I wear. Bring it to him. Tell him I love him. Tell him I am dead, and with the gods, I beg you. I want him to be at peace. He is a good man. Please do not let him suffer thinking of me. Oh, the pain! The curse is fire in my blood. Please, hand it for me. Hand it quickly. Magic will not work against the curse. Ah! You must end it. Gods, bless you. Ah!
I do not think we made any progress. We could barely see our way through the mist, and now we are back at the beginning again.
On your guard, Rich! Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
We must strike. Quick!
All right. How about you?
Something about this place.
Now we play a little.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
dear, oh dear. Not a werewolf, and not a spirit even. What are the woods coming to? Questions, questions, always questions. They say it was questions that made me mad. Will it do the same for you? Ask a question and you'll get a question, but give an answer and you'll receive the same. Oh, I do so love to trade. No, that is not a question. And if it be an answer, it'd be an answer to a question I've not asked. Have you no sense for the rules?
Be careful, Grey Warden. This is no ordinary man. He is a mage. Driven mad, perhaps, but still powerful.
No fair bringing mages to a guessing game. Will you play by the rules or not? I think it is your turn to ask, is it not? Ah, suddenly it all becomes clear. You hear that talking tree there? It all makes sense now. As a matter of fact, yes. I do have that tree's acorn. I stole it, and it was easy. Silly tree should have locked it up tighter. If you want it, you'll have to trade me for it. And nothing from that silly tree. No leaves or branches or anything. But that's all I have to say about that. An answer for an answer. There you go. May I? Oh, yes, I think I might. Now, what shall be the first? Oh, yes. What is your name? Aha. So you claim. They sent you, didn't they? But you're too tricky, and you're trying to fool me. Well, I'm on to you, just so you know. But it is your turn to ask now. Ask. Ask away, I dare you. Let's see. I'll trade you an acorn, a helmet I found, or a book I finished reading years ago, provided you have something interesting in return. Oh, and what do you have to trade for the acorn? A book, eh? What sort of book? Elven history, you say? That might make for good reading by the moonlight. Or it'll be better than using leaves. Give me that. There. Now that's done. What else have you got on your agenda, Oh, I see. You're going to report to them now, are you? Fine. Goodbye. Hold on, you. That's private property. That's an old man's home, that is. Keep out. Keep out!
No offense, but might I try? I've got a quick hand, after all. Ha, let's see. Oh, when was the last time I slipped my hand into some dark hole? I remember. Long story, that. And there we go. It was definitely trapped, but I'm too awesome by far. Here's what was inside.
You're a robber, is what you are. They sent you, didn't they? Well, I'll show you. They won't get away with this.
Now better than later.
Enough.
That's right.
Nera Beretan!
Now it's better than... What is your command?
What's on your mind? It is no trouble.
Hold on, you. That's private property. That's an...
No offense, but... Ha! And...
You're a robber.
Something is coming. I don't know what hit them. Not trying to kill something.
Anon! Nesankyun!
You
Yes.
must have
You
victory.
will not win!
I still remember my first battle.
I'll get on it. Got it.
Direct me.
Yes.
I hope I don't get blood all over me again. Perhaps I could have a try at that.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? All right. Got it. Now is better than later.
So be it.
Yes? Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Got it. Now is better than later.
Perhaps I could have a try at that. As you like. This won't take long. I love this game.
Let's see some blood!
There.
Try that again.
Got it. I see enemies ahead. Now is better than later.
Nera Coston!
Nothing but a...
Watch in horror as I rip you apart!
Now we go into
Face
the...
them! Where to?
My acorn is still gone, so I pray to thee. Hast thou any news for me? My joy soars to new heights indeed. I am reunited with my seed. As I promised, here it be. I hope its magic pleases thee. Keep this branch of mine with thee, and pass throughout the forest free. I wish thee well, my mortal friend. Thou brought my sadness to an end. May the sunlight find you, thy days be long, thy winters kind, and thy roots be strong.
Can I get you a ladder? Ow, get off my back! Let's see what you're made of! Got it. Alright, alright. Can I get you a ladder? So you can get off my back? I'll get on it. They won't know what hit me.
It is done.
Thank you for returning Dagon to us. We know only what Zathrian has told us over the years. I never saw one myself until the attack. Some of us have wondered. The Keeper says they are simply cunning, that any beast can lie in wait. But this seemed more than that.
It was planned. These are no simple beasts.
Then the real question is why the Keeper would insist that it is not so. I do not believe he would, but even the wisest of men do not always see the truth in front of them, nor do they always wish to. Of course. You wish something else? Dareth Shiral.
Yes? What is it you need? Have you news? I know who Delilah was. She died the moment she turned into a ravening, mindless beast. Athras needs to accept that. She spoke, did she? Surprising. But then her transformation was very recent. Still, she is doomed in the end. I hope you put her out of her misery. Speak? You mean speak actual words? That seems unlikely. They are savage beasts. Even if they could speak, I doubt they would have anything worthwhile to say. The same grudge they hold against any who trespass in the forest, I imagine. We also killed many of them during the attack. The werewolves are unimportant. It is Witherfang whom you must seek out. And if they keep you from him, then your course is clear. I was not aware they have names, but no, I know nothing about any Swift Runner. Was it a Shemlin hermit? If so, I have heard of such a man. A blood mage hiding from the circle of magi. He built a tower in the forest long ago, and then it disappeared mysteriously, and I assumed he along with it. We call those possessed trees Sylvans. The only ones I have ever encountered were little more than berserk killers. I am surprised you found one self-possessed enough to speak with you, never mind rhyme. Go on, then. The forest itself is leading you astray, then. Perhaps you could seek out other entities in the forest. There must be some who would know the way through. If not, then I know not what else can be done. I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
It is good to see you again. Have you need of something? Truly? Let me see. Yes, that is indeed ironbark, and a substantial quantity of it as well. Well done. An agreement is an agreement, and I will craft something from this wood for you. What would you like? A bow, or perhaps a breastplate? Manuvinin, I will craft it myself. Watch if you prefer, it will not take long. And I've reformed the wood to my will. A Dalish breastplate for you. May it serve you well.
You have returned. Is there any chance you have news of Delilah? You have news? Have you found her? Are you certain? That is her scarf. Where did you find her? What's become of her? The Keeper told me the truth? Are you certain? Oh, I see. At least she is at peace. Here is the amulet, as I promised. Now I should go and make arrangements. I must mourn my wife as is proper. Dareth Shiral, fare you well.
Greetings to you, friend. I understand I have you to thank for my rescue from the forest. I don't want your efforts to go unrewarded. Here is the gem I traded for when I was amongst the outsiders. I thought to make a necklace out of it for my bride, but I want you to have it. I know it is of worth. You wish me to keep it? Then you are truly generous. Thank you again. And now I am afraid I must rest. The Keeper says I am not yet fully recovered after all. I wish you well, my friend.
You must know that murder is wrong, I assume.
I'm sorry, are you speaking to me?
That is why you wish to leave your crows. A crisis of conscience.
Yes, that is exactly it.
Joke if you wish, but I have the feeling that deep down you regret the life you have lived.
It's true. I regret it all.
Must you be such a child? Are you incapable of a single serious conversation?
I know. I'm terrible and it makes me sad. May I rest my head in your bosom? I wish to cry.
You can cry well away from my bosom, I'm certain.
Did I tell you I was an orphan? I never knew my mother.
Egad, I give up.
What is your desire? All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so. Again? Well now, what might interest you, I wonder? Shall I describe the stages involved with Lanthrax poisoning? I watched a man go through all 7 once. Ah, you should see the look you have. I jest, of course. Let's see. How about the largest battle I ever took part in? That would have been the slaughter of Prince Azrin. Did you hear of that down in these parts? Me? Not personally, but I did take part in the attack. Prince Azrin was 4th in line to the throne, you see. He started off as 11th, but worked his way up the old-fashioned method by inheriting control of an entire Crocel from his grandfather. After assassinating his way through the royal family, the king hired 3 other cells to take down Prince Azrin once and for all. I was in one of those cells. Antivan royalty is very much bound up in the Crows. You wouldn't want it run by a bunch of commoners, after all, would you? And this means they get involved in politics quite often. This particular fight nearly bankrupted the nation, I understand. It almost ended up putting a crow on the throne, a commoner. But that's a whole different story. I played a very small part. My part in the entire battle was taken up trying to reach Princess Verina, who had thrown in with her brother. I killed about 11 of her guards personally before I got knocked out of a window. I landed in a river and nearly drowned. I was fished out by some urchins who robbed me blind. Made off with my boots, too. At least they didn't cut my throat. And that was my part in history. It's true. I live a charmed life. One of the prostitutes that raised me was a fortune teller. Said I wouldn't die young. She was rather startled by that. But there you go. Tale told. Let's be off before I tell more embarrassing stories, huh? What is your desire? Again? I'm game. Oh, is there something in your tent that needs assassinating? That is my specialty, or so I'm told. Forgotten about which part? Ah, I see. The part where I am an assassin once engaged in the task of seeking your life. Yes, the privacy of your tent would indeed be an excellent place to further my fiendish goals. How lucky you are to have eluded me so. No, you don't say. That's right, I wouldn't have noticed that little detail. Whatever could it mean? And here I thought it might be a Grey Warden thing. Ah, very well. See? I knew this would happen eventually. I should have warned you right from the moment you refused to kill me. It was inevitable. It's true. They used to issue warnings about me at the Antivan border. Ah, the good old days. So then, as the priestess so famously said to the handsome actor, what now? Allow me to make it simple for you, my Grey Warden. What comes next is entirely up to you. I was raised to take my pleasures where they could be found, for they do not come very often. I shall ask nothing more of you than you are willing to give. I was born of a whore and bred as an assassin. All I know is of pleasure and death. What room is there on these things for love, huh? At any rate, we should be on our way. A new day awaits us, or so the rumor goes.
Something on your mind? Of course. Never what? Had a good pair of shoes? I'm not sure I do. Have I never seen a basilisk? Ate jellied ham? Have I never licked a lamppost in winter? Make fun of my comrade in arms? Perish the thought. Well, you tell me, have you ever licked a lamppost in winter? Just the once? And you didn't lose half of your tongue in the process? I'm impressed. I, myself, never had the pleasure. Not that I haven't thought about it, of course. But, you know. Oh, that's funny. Your cruel japes will be remembered, sir. If you hear sobbing later, that's me crying myself to sleep. Ha ha ha. Your cruel interrogation will be remembered forever. Or maybe just until lunch. Lunch makes everything better. Oh, look, I have cheese.
You called. I am hardly surprised. To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Your farmers wish to be merchants. The merchants dream of being nobles, and the nobles become warriors. No one is content to be who they are. What does that accomplish? The farmer who buys a shop is never a merchant. He is always a farmer turned merchant. He carries his old life with him as a turtle carries its shell. Does it? It's also his weakness. If he stumbles and falls over, it pins him on his back. It is better to armor yourself with no more than what you need. One life, one duty. You can learn to find it in doing your duty, in serving your people. There is no need to search for it. Shall we move on? There is interesting food here. You have a thing. It doesn't have a word in the Kunari tongue. Little baked things, like bread, but sweet and crumbly. I don't know what that means. None of my teeth are sweet. Those little baked things, however, we have none of those in my homeland. This should be remedied. Perhaps. It's strange to be in a crowd and hear a language that is not your own, to see faces that are and aren't like yours. I miss the smells of Saharan, tea and incense and the sea. Ferelden smells of wet dogs. True. I was trying to forget that part. Shall we move on? As you wish.
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you?
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
What's on your mind? Cure me? What, am I sick now? Even you know that you cannot cure the dead. And I'm not the only one dying. You are too. I'm just more efficient about it. Ah, child, your concern is heartwarming. But death comes to everyone, and it is not something to fear. People fear not death, but having life taken from them. Many waste the life given to them, occupying themselves with things that do not matter. When the end comes, they say they did not have time enough to spend with loved ones, to fulfill dreams, to go on adventures they only talked about. But why should you fear death if you are happy with the life you have led? If you can look back on everything and say, yes, I am content. It is enough. Ah, human nature. You are right. Some people will never be content and will always want more. I think I've led a good life, a full life, and I, for one, am not afraid of death, whatever it may bring. They say that when you die, your spirit travels through the fade and returns to the Maker. And after that, we'll see, won't we?
What is your desire? Very well, but I consider this pillow talk. Well, the only one that's really worth telling is the story of the mission right before I came to Ferelden. But no, I would rather not. I shouldn't have said anything. Nothing that I would prefer to speak of. Perhaps another day, I'm sorry. Yes.
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 Vashaden.
Yes.
Now's better than later.
It is good to see you again. Have you need of something? I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
Pigeoncraft.
Braska.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
It is good to see you again. I am no merchant.
Blast and damnation!
Blast it. Vashaden.
Blast and damnation!
Yes.
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 It is good to see you again. It is good to see you again. I am no merchant.
Direct me.
Can't the dead stay in the ground where they belong? I'll get on it. Is it time to kill something?
We must fight.
Let's go! Yes? Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
I am here.
Is it time to kill some? Thing?
As you like. This won't take long. As you like. On it.
Your head will make lovely cracking noises.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Like... bastards.
Let's go! Yes. On it.
Someone's going to hell. Sure won't be me!
I am ready.
Got it.
Immediately.
Got it. At you.
Where now?
This'll be fun!
We must have victory.
I'll get on it. Is it time to kill something?
I will fight if I must.
This won't take long. On it.
Immediately.
Oh!
Will not allow it.
I'm wounded! Do something about it!
Oh!
You have no skill! Only desperation!
It is.
You'll get no... No mercy from me!
I am here. Here.
What is your command?
We must have victory. We must strike quickly.
Watch out!
Direct me. I shall do so.
Now's better than later.
Comes to this. Doesn't it?
Is it time to kill something?
Immediately.
They won't know what hit them. Watch in horror as I rip you apart! Excellent!
This has gone well.
Following it around puts one in a lot of danger.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Speak if it must.
I'll get on it.
You are not welcome here. Doing the Templars' dirty work for them, eh? Templars or mages, it means nothing to us. There is dark power here, and you won't stand in our way.
I see enemies ahead.
Your order!
Got it.
Not so fast!
Time to be cool.
You still can! Oh, useless. Do I have to do everything myself?
That was less fun than I would have liked.
I'll get on it.
This won't take long.
Let's end this quickly.
Careful!
Squish!
Take that!
Idiot!
Is it time to kill something? That's right, come on! Oh.
As you like.
They won't know what hit them.